Yeah, so now the book sale after today will be open to anybody in the public. Sadly, it has to end on Saturday, but don't worry because on Saturday you'll be able to get a grocery bag and fill it up for only $10. I'm Karina. To drop down, and if you like to garden or planning on gardening, today is a good day for you to start putting some of those crops down. But don't just take it from me. Here's what UGA's Professor of Horticulture Timothy Coulon has to say. Athens-Clarke County is preparing to support local nonprofits with additional funding under a new initiative. Grady News Source reporter Jack Shields explained where this money will go. And these bags right here are the same bags that are packed every week by volunteers to make sure a family of 4 is fed. Behind me, 300 bags to impact 300 families. Out here now, if you want to hear some music, I was able to talk to the percussionist in the concert tonight, and he says that if you're into music and you like music, they're going to be changing and, creating some new music tonight, so look forward to it. Year after year, with the help of Friends of Athens-Clarke County Library, the spring book sale continues to roll out. Rebecca Ballard, the head of Children's Services for ACC Library, says the event has been here for over 18 years.
The entire time I've worked at the library, it predates my position here in the library for sure.
With over thousands of books for people to buy at cheap prices, Ballard says the books are not the main reason for the event.
The reason why we do this is it helps fund our library programming. We wouldn't be able to do any of the amazing things we do at the library without our book sale.
Programs take place almost every day, such as storytime programs, sensory programming, and the sales also help fund many of their arts and crafts. One resident has been attending the sale for over 15 years and says this not only helps the library, but others.
Plus, the people come and buy the books. Reading books is still very important. We don't need just watch TV, we need to read the books too.
With the last 2 book sales raising over $20,000, Public Information Officer Darcy Kalia says this is for the benefit of the community.
We've had people start a business here. We've had people, come here every day with their child. We've had staff form relationships with the kids and become really a part of family.
Jeff and Sherry Grant. We started I Serve Ministries in 2011, and we have been building and growing this ministry since then. It's heartbreaking to realize that we have this many families in our community and in the United States, that there's people that are that poor, or what we call food insecure.
The joy is to know that kids that suffer with food insecurity, that they're going to go home with extra food over the weekend. Just like many of our schools will have winter break coming up this week, and so they might not go to school Friday or go to school on President's Day, but we know that they're going to have a backpack with some extra food.
Long-term volunteers like Aaron Garrett feel called to something bigger.
It feels like you're part of a bigger picture. Each one of these bags ends up representing a child.
Absolutely, and I see all of these bags, they don't look too heavy, so that's pretty good. They can carry. Is that kind of like a part of it, like making sure they're not too heavy? Or
Definitely, but also just so that it's inconspicuous. It doesn't say anything crazy. Another child's not going to see the bag on somebody and be like, oh, they're getting something because they're in this bracket.
The Bag of Love founders say they serve over 20 schools in the Northeast area, but that's not the most rewarding part.
Sometimes in the bags we'll get notes of saying, hey, thank you, we wouldn't know what to do without this, or the great notes are when you get one and say, hey, we don't need the bag anymore.
The founders encourage everyone to come out and volunteer.
You bring your group and you're going to come in here and you're going to see all the food set up and ready to go, and we have an assembly line where each person puts an item in the backpack and we pass it along the table, and at the end of the table it gets zipped up and put on our shelves so that our delivery drivers can come in and pick them up.
And these bags right here are the same bags that are packed every week by volunteers to make sure a family of 4 is fed. Behind me, 300 bags to impact 300 families.
It puts a smile on their face and lets them know that, hey, you matter and somebody cares about you, even if we're not allowed to know their names. Somebody cares.
I'm Karina with Grady News Source.